So reminding myself, all things work together for good for those who love God and are called according to his purpose. All things.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
That's been the biggest lesson.
It's being able to take your own advice in some sense, like it's one of the hardest things in everything. It's like you can see and say what's right for someone else and say, oh, you're forgiven. You just need, accept God's grace and everything. And then it's like, but do I apply that to myself?
Right.
And
So true.
just about
Good
any
book.
area of life.
Freedom of self-forgetfulness.
Freedom of self-forgetfulness.
You read that?
I'm not.
It basically just encapsulates everything that you've been saying.
Wow. Did you write it?
Hey,
Did you write it?
I wish I believe Tim Keller.
Oh, I love that dude.
He's a
Self.
smart dude.
Yeah, cool, man.
And it's only like this big too. But just
Talking my language, bro. Can't read.
Read very
it's
quickly.
a very good book.
I'm legally blind. Yeah, cool. $9.
Yeah.
Do you reckon Coorong will ever sponsor this show? Welcome back to the PE Forecast. It's good to be back with the boys. We have Josh, Samuela, and George, and myself, AJ, back for another episode. Josh looking at a few things, talking sport today.
Maybe a bit more nerdy episode, but maybe also helping some people to get better at watching sport
All for it.
rather than just that guy won.
Yeah,
Maybe we can figure out what's actually happening on the game. So we'll go through a couple of different sports. But when you watch a game, we'll start with some footy, some NRL. When you watch a game of footy, what are you actually looking at?
All right,
Take us away.
here we go. Are you ready?
Start it off.
I think different moments of the game, different things I'm looking for. Okay, so whether I'm supporting my team or I'm watching a specific player. Okay, so when we're in attack, I really like to watch where the halfback goes because more often than not, that's where the ball's going to go. In defense, I like watching around kind of the play the ball specifically because that gives an indication of what's going to happen in the game. I'm looking at the markers, how many markers are getting back on side, if this one player is retreating too slow, where they're going to go. But most of the time I'm looking at specific players and I'm really good at picking up when players get injured and spotting that in a game because obviously when we would play, we're looking for these opportunities. And so I'll often see a player in the back like limping it over a bit. I'm like, man, they're done. And I don't know if you saw last week when Manly scored off the kickoff.
Yep.
Not many people saw it, but Val Holmes was kicking. He's on the left edge.
Yeah.
But then the winger
Christian.
was down, getting his knee strapped. I'm like, bro, they're going to go that way.
And Foz
at
caught
that
it
spot.
before
Foz-
kickoff.
Did he?
Yeah.
There you go. And so that's what I'm looking for. So
Straight at
basically, I'm
that
cheering
spot.
for him.
The marker one
Lebanese.
is one that I notice a lot. And anyone playing the Storm, when they're on, Harry Grant, it's like, you can just see, you can predict every time he's going to run with the ball based on
Yes.
what
The
you look
markers are
at
doing.
in advance. Watching the Broncos last weekend, I reckon half the play the balls, they had one dummy half.
Yeah.
One marker, and the dummy half was just killing them every play because they're just not. And then in the end, I was getting ticked off at it first, and then watching a little bit more, it's like they're just not controlling the tackles. They're getting the guys down, but they're just never actually controlling a tackle. So like the simplest one I think of is whether you're watching defense or attack, does the player find their front? They would often say, like, are they landing on their stomach or rolled onto their back? On their back, it's going to be a slow play the ball. Defense wins that. If they land on their stomach in whatever way, even if there's 2-3 guys in the tackle, it's going to be a quicker play the ball. And you just pick up little things like that, and then you notice that's why they're so fast because that guy's landing on his stomach. Payne Haas, like every tackle
Cameron
somehow
Murray is
doesn't
the
matter.
king.
He just ends up on his front.
Yeah.
Cam Murray, yeah, you're right.
Cam Murray is the quickest.
Oh, my
always lands
goodness.
on his front. That's why
Like a Timmy
Murray
Manor.
over you.
Yeah,
Timmy
OG,
Manor.
OG Timmy play quick.
Yeah,
Elbows
guys who
and
manage
knees.
to do that, and you just pick up. You're like, okay, that's like the little giveaway of the thing I'm noticing that's picking up whether one team's faster or whatever.
Yeah. I'm a real effort guy. And so I like to think of it because I'm similar in what you guys were talking about with the markers, but I look at it through an effort area in could you have easily changed your technique in that tackle or even just got up that quick millisecond to not let your defense be affected. And, you know, the reason why I'm so passionate is because my team's like sucked at it the past 6 weeks in that a lot of, for some reason, we're just letting the opposition gain too many meters. But a lot of it is coming from marker play. we're not getting to at the tackle, and it's really making a massive impact in defense. I also like to see the kick chase efforts. So that's why I liked people like Jordan Ricky. I like those fellas who were always down there. Lindsay Collins was another one. That's always around the ball. Payne Haas is another one. I can keep going. So many players who just put in those 1%ers, and it just makes such a big difference.
Yeah.
Hustle, effort plays. Jordan Ricky basically has made a career of standing a meter from the guy as he catches the ball and just arriving at the exact same time as the ball. That kick chase, when he's on, I don't know if there's anyone better than that, and he just seems to arrive exactly with the ball every time.
Shout out for someone in my team that I support. I don't think I've not once seen Riley Smith not chase the kicker on 5th and last. Like whenever he goes to kick the ball,
players,
he's always there, just putting him off.
When Dragons lost Cam McInnes, technically Cam McInnes is not a great player. Like his whole game is built around effort.
Workhorse.
It's just tackle bot in the middle, chase the kick. Like that is him. And so when they lost that, it's almost like you lose that identity as a team. It's like that's our leader in that department where he's gonna bust his guts. We just gotta follow that. But I love that effort can make up for that lack of talent or that where those. If you talk to your brother, he was. I was chatting to him a while ago. He said he used to play junior reps with Alex Twal. He said he was never the best player, is never the fittest, never the strongest, but he's just the hardest worker, and he was just constant with his effort, and that's why he is where he is now is because of that. Is just that consistency, that effort.
This is going to come up across every sport, I think, but whenever you can stop watching the ball, you will learn so much more about whatever game it is. And it actually almost doesn't matter what sport it is. The ball is obviously the easy thing to watch. It's where the action is happening.
Yeah.
But as much as you can look away from the ball and see other things is where you see that guy didn't get back on side or the second marker on the weak side is getting back slow, and so they attack there, and you can just say he just never got back, never got his fingers set. That's why the line break happened.
You can talk about NBA. Steph Curry is the greatest shooter of all time, but a lot of analysts love all the stuff he does off the ball.
I
runs
believe
around the
he
whole
sets
half court.
records for like most distance covered because he is permanently running and then eventually catches the ball, takes this shot, and you're like, oh, wow, he was wide open. It's like, he just ran 300 meters to get open.
And I
still
think
made a 3.
Watching on screens or TVs has ruined, especially for league, because when you go watch a game live, it's so different and you're watching stuff happening and like you said, your halves organising out the back, and like you lose so much of that when you're watching live because you're almost constricted to this where the ball's at. We're following the ball, but when you go watch it live, it just adds so much. Even in defense, fullbacks on the other team, you're watching
a lot of cover.
Players talking to each other. Like a lot of that stuff, you lose that on TV, which is awesome to watch.
I'll add to that, like being at the game live as well. I often, it sounds so sad, but I often find myself watching the ref. So if I know there's one quick play of the ball, I'm immediately looking for the ref ready to see the 6 again. Like you can just see it happening. And then there's like one funny one. Whenever there's a field goal about to happen, I don't look at anyone except the ref or the crowd.
Yeah.
So if the crowd's obviously going up,
That's
right on in.
that's
Because you
how
can't really see on the screen sometimes.
It's hard.
But I think the way that I watch footy is the way that I was taught to play it. So as a halfback, I'm looking, there's only 3 on the short side. They should have gone short side. Or so you look at the game the way that you perceive how it's played as well.
I think I always dreamed of being a dummy half. Like I always wanted to play hooker. And so that's probably a bit of why I'm always when maybe it's the Justin Hodges thing coming back as well. Of just that whenever they can scoot, when you can get those like cheap, easy 3 meters rolling forward, I'm always looking for that kind of thing. And I wanted to be like a run first dummy half. It's way too small to play in the middle. But always watching that is then what I think about and watch when I watch a game. I think the TV does a great job of catching all of that part of everything that happens in close. Is the guy on his front? How did they manage the tackle? The Broncos last week.
It's like the action. It's the action.
But you lose all of that other stuff of like, then suddenly like, oh, they went to the halfback, that play. I wonder why, because you were just watching the play the ball. Whereas live, you see all of that opened up.
They say that rugby league's the best game, a better game to watch on TV, and AFL is better to watch live.
I only watched one AFL game live, bro.
Crazy, eh?
Different experience, eh? There is so much going on that's
the ball.
like you're not getting, but it's it's weird because the field is massive and,
Yeah,
and you're
360.
constricting it to 20 meters of space.
There's no other way to do it, but that's why they say it's better to watch it live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
It's probably why they get more at the stadiums too. Hey,
probably a part of it. You see on TV. So let's say there's like a bomb comes into the goal square and someone sort of knocks it down, goes to ground, and on the TV you just see like three guys. They have 3 backwards handballs to like open up the space going back to guys. And on TV it's just like, oh, there's a guy there. Oh, there's a guy there. Oh, there's another guy there. Whereas when you see it live, you see the guys flowing back in behind the ball to be open and available, and then the guys coming back the other way for the rebound. And it's like you see all of that flow so much better, as well as like that guy 50 meters away is open. Someone kick it to him.
how can I appreciate AFL more? Because
You got to go to the game.
Man,
You gotta go
I
there.
went to one GWS game. They were trash at the time, but it was still like, wow, this is different. Like, this is different.
Bro, go to the game and sit as low as you can. Like that, honestly, when you see like, because it gives you a scale of like the athletes, because when you're, same with league, when you're sitting up
Yeah.
high, you sort of, but when you sit there, like
Wow.
on the fence and you get the scale of like the size of the athletes and just how quick they're
They're
doing
big lads,
everything.
eh?
And they're built. They're not like,
You're not scrawny.
nah, like, most of them
Everyone's
are
an athlete
big
now,
dudes,
bro.
bro.
It's a bit of that TV thing when you see them all on TV, they all look the same size and say like they're just like, and then you see some of them up close now. Oh, actually, that's some big dudes. They're big guys.
Yeah.
Some other sports, any things that you're watching for or looking
I
for in
love
American
watching,
sports?
I used to love watching the MMA, so the UFC
Yeah,
or
nice.
boxing.
Yep.
Especially when it's a very like I loved watching Volk fight because it's very technical and people a lot of times watch it just big shots. What's the like they're watching that big contact, but when you like start to understand like these really good fighters have a game plan going in, and they've picked something from their opponent that they think they can exploit, and they're putting all their chips on that, and so like they're playing a 5-round game, some of them, so they're not trying to win the 1, 2, 3, but the 4 and 5 is when they're starting to. And bro, some of the stuff they talk about, like your Johns Jones, like when he knocked out Daniel Cormier, I think in their second fight, one tick he picked up on was when he would throw a kick to the body, Daniel Cormier would sort of tilt over to catch his leg.
Yep.
So he fakes the kick and goes for the head and drops him. It's like stuff like that, where it's like,
So technical.
yeah,
Not that great at watching UFC. I don't pick it up, but had a friend who was right into it, and he'd be picking this stuff up.
Yeah.
And he put me onto Israel Adesanya before
Man.
when he was like
Yeah.
not even in the UFC.
Is he?
He put me onto him. He's like, this guy is the next big guy. So I just tell everyone, oh, watch out for
Prime
Adesanya.
So
Watch out.
Adesanya
sound
and
like
Volk
the-
trained at the same gym, so that same trainer.
Yeah.
And one of their things that was like revolutionary at the time was how they used feints or how they
Yes.
shaped the feint to open someone up. And then, so if you watch Volk or Adesanya fight, especially in the
moving,
peak,
eh?
always moving, and a lot of like feints, like pretending to throw, and then they'll catch someone with a reaction. It's like, if I throw a leg kick, he's going to stick his leg up. So I'm going to fake that, and then he's going to be,
Yeah, it's like different
like
variations.
it's almost like a chess game. So
Yes.
they're just trying to
Do you know
pick it
George, GSP, George St. Pierre?
Yeah.
He was on the Rogan podcast like years ago, and he was talking about that very thing. And he goes, if I could overload my opponent with feints, it's forcing their like nervous system to be overwhelmed because I'm constantly making them react.
Yeah.
And he just spoke about, he goes, how he would break down
Yeah.
people without even hitting them because he was constantly in fight or flight because they didn't know where to get in and get out.
That's the
So
best
cool.
guys getting that. So shout out to my mate Eben who put me onto Adesanya. But then he would say, I went and watched some of his pre-UFC fights live with this guy, and he's saying, just watch this. Like first 2.5 minutes, he's like, he doesn't throw a punch. He's just like lots of little, and his shoulders are rolling, and his knee is sort of half twitching, and it's like he's just reading him.
And Volk is a tiny
does
dude, so for him to do what he did, even his weight class,
Are you related to him?
I wish.
So?
No, he's from the Gong, which is a lot of
Oh, right.
Massos are from the Gong, but
Have you seen his YouTube page?
yeah, the cooking with Volk.
Bro, he's
That's
high
tiny,
farm.
bro.
Good
He's
steak.
5'6". Like the dude's not
He's
massive,
little.
but for him to do what he does,
He's a good
against
wrestler.
Big dudes,
And he played league too.
strong.
Bro, when
yeah.
you see his face, you're like, man.
Yeah. So
worth
he is.
when you're watching
Beast.
UFC, maybe the tip is watch how the other guy, when someone swings a
reacting,
punch
yeah.
or feints a punch, watch how the other guy is responding and see if you can see those patterns.
And the wrestle,
to
I love
watch.
the wrestle on the ground because it's
That's all.
everything's technical.
It's all
It-
technical.
yeah.
What are you watching when you watch an NFL game?
Honestly, I was just gonna say, because I love shape in footy, I love offensive play design, and I think that's why one of the main reasons why I'm a massive Niners guy at the moment with Kyle Shanahan is the way he can manipulate defenses and just make routes unorthodox to switch things up. So when you're thinking of traditional linebackers, they're like your bulky guys where if you run it straight, you're always going to get decked, right? They're going to come through, break through, smash the running back. And so what I love, Kyle specifically, he's able to get Christian McCaffrey on a route against a linebacker where he's 9 times out of 10 is going to win just because he's quicker.
Gonna gas him, yeah.
Gonna gas him. Or, anyone who watched the playoff match against Philly, him getting Sky Moore, and he did this before this play. So he got Sky Moore on a jet sweep, faked it, and then gave it to Jennings. And just being able to see what the linebackers do. So then the next time they run it, hands it off to Sky Moore. He then hands it off to Jennings, who looks like they're just running a double jet sweep. No one knowing that Christian McCaffrey is already down the field and Jennings just throws a mad flea flicker. But that only worked because of the play before and
Set up.
the setup before seeing, if the linebacker will jump or not.
Chestnut checkers,
That's it.
All of that in like
So cool.
at the elite level of sport is like, we're just doing this for later. The same with the UFC. We're doing this for later. We're just seeing their reactions, seeing the way they respond so we can respond later.
Yeah.
You're getting paid to do like setup, like even
It's a lot of fun.
defensive systems and offense. Like,
Yes.
imagine that's your job every day. You get to come up with new ways to score points or stop points.
Yep.
What a
In
dream.
NFL, again, like if you just stand there and watch the quarterback, obviously there's interesting stuff. You see the pocket closing in. How does he respond?
Yep.
But you're then always stuck with like, oh, he threw the ball, and oh, that's who he threw it to.
Yes.
So again, if you can watch away from the ball, sometimes it can be great fun to just pick like an individual player and watch what they do, and then you see and like they're putting on this move, this thing that they're doing, they're getting open this way,
Yep.
and whatever you can do to look away from the ball.
Even
Always a good
defensively, like I hate to say this, but something that the Seahawks did really well is you'd think just rushing the QB, you just get a couple guys, maybe changing angles just to get to the quarterback. But what they would do is they would manipulate 3 guys, drag the offensive line one way, and then you see like big DeMarcus Lawrence just run through the middle, open gap. And as a quarterback who's like, maybe 50, 60 kilos lighter, then the defensive end see that charging at you like you're cooked.
Just having to throw under pressure all the time.
Yeah.
What about in soccer? Things that you're watching, looking for?
For me, I'm really big with the offside. So like I can call it before the ref does. Like
Anyone can in this game.
Yeah, but like I'm like, yeah, that's off. Like, well, it's off. And then next minute, and another one, specific players, man. Like when I went and watched Messi play live in Melbourne, I didn't even know what happened the whole game. I was just watching him, like just watching him off the ball, watching him on the ball, and just seeing him scan. It's like it's a different beast.
Lamine Yamal at the moment.
The best players.
Arsenal, when I watch Arsenal, I look down and just cry. They suck.
Right at the moment, they're in a tough spot.
Yeah.
I picked up from one of the sort of soccer analysis YouTube channels that I watch, and maybe the best tip is thinking that a player's role in soccer is more important than their position. You can have 4 different guys play right wing, and none of them do anything similar. One is bombing down the line to the corner for crosses. One is setting himself up in that sort of like inside pocket away from the sideline for the fullback to overlap past them. One of them is like Mo Salah's greatest thing, as much as he's a right winger, more plays like a right forward in that corner of the box, and he's playing a totally different role. And people say, oh, he doesn't track back, he doesn't defend. It's like,
It's not his job.
no, maybe not. But his whole job is that if we win the ball, he is wide open for a counter attack every single time, no matter what. And that's actually his role. So figuring out sort of like, what is this player trying to do? What's their role, rather than just like, oh, their position says CDM. So they just stand in the middle of the park.
A good example of that is Pep at City, how like two different times he completely revolutionized just the way football was played in general. One with the wings playing, the fullbacks playing as wingers, and then once everyone caught on and figured out how to defend that, then he goes to use one of the centre backs. So he has 4. one will play in the middle, and they do what they call a box midfield, where they create like a box with the midfielders in the middle, and now your centre back's like a centre mid. So you got an overlap in the middle now, and it's just stuff like that. It's just levels to the game where this guy's already a step ahead, and everyone's just catching up, trying to figure him out.
Arsenal, please win.
So in soccer, I always try and look at sort of the shape that players are making, and that sort of pattern. Is it a box midfield, a triangle midfield? But which way is the triangle?
Yeah.
Are they tilted towards one particular side? Are they? And you look for those little patterns.
Yeah.
And maybe the thing I find most interesting in soccer then is that teams don't necessarily do it the same on both sides of the field. So thinking obviously I'm a Liverpool fan, so Trent Alexander-Arnold's role was never the same as Andy Robertson's role.
Yeah,
and
true.
on the right-hand side, and Trent went through a few different phases, one where it was he was looking to get beyond Salah, one where it was he was tucking inside as a midfielder, one where he was sort of behind Salah but wide and looking to cross from there, whereas Andy Robertson's sprinting up and down the sideline. And so it's like you're playing two totally different systems on two different sides of the field based on the players and the qualities they got, and I love that sort of stuff.
I reckon when Bobby and Sadio left, man, that was me. That was peak
Sad
watching,
days.
man. Like the way they complemented each other, like you said, like the way they play different, like the way they play now is different. But watching the three different roles,
That's right.
they were killers, man.
They all had different jobs.
It was
and
good
they
to
worked
watch
because each different player is doing different things. So like in that system, Jordan Henderson's job is basically cover behind Mo Salah. Like just fill in all that space, cover behind Mo Salah, and be the link-up triangle for those other two guys. Whereas on the other side of the field, like I said, Andy Robertson's flying up and down, Sadio Mane's flying up and down. It's like it's a totally different role within one team.
He's a
Love
gun,
that.
Bobby was just so undervalued by non-ball knowledge.
If you were watching just the ball, you'd think he doesn't touch the ball enough. He doesn't do fancy stuff. If you're watching off, you'd see he's pulling centre backs out of position.
He's playing as that.
Who was your CDM as well?
That was Fabinho.
Oh,
he
bro,
was good,
beast.
man.
He's
Great
like
hairstyle that
Busquets.
he had. Loved his hairstyle.
No, clearly.
Yes, how well they can find the ball. You see, again, if you look off the ball, the great CDMs, it's like ball goes into the box, clearance. How come it lands with that same guy every single time? When they're the great CDMs, like they just seems like they know where the other team is going to clear the ball to.
It's art.
Genius.
Busquets, man.
Cricket is another one. Cricket is like a 5-day chess match. It's just
I watched.
Test cricket. That's why I think it's the best form of cricket. It's just like there's so much going on,
Art, baby.
so much little things going on in that game.
There you go. So big tip is look away from the ball, but also looking for some of these little details that people can hone in on. All right, wrapping us up. I've got a quote for you guys. So some of your response, what you think about this idea. I can't remember where I heard this one, but I wrote it down from somewhere.
Claim it.
Everyone is jealous of what you've got, but no one is jealous of how you got it.
Ooh.
So people always want the different things. If you've got something cool, everybody wants it. Everybody wants those things, but nobody ever really wants to put the work in to get there. They don't want to live the life that it takes. You see Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, he's millions of dollars, plays soccer, good looking, blah, blah. He's got everything perfect. It's like, have you seen any of his like daily routine things? The guy's actually insane.
Yeah.
Everyone wants all the stuff
I don't know if I would want that guy's life, but
no one's jealous of how he got it.
honestly,
that's the
there's
saying.
nothing about Ronaldo that interests me.
The GOAT.
Oh, come on, bro.
Speak to him with respect.
I mean,
How'd you get that beard? How'd you get that beard, Josh?
just
sheer.
happens.
Yeah,
Just willpower. Just willpower.
I'm a bit
Everyone
jealous
wants
of
to
that.
have the beard, but no one's jealous of the itchy face.
Yeah, that's right. It's almost like, yeah.
I think it applies to a lot of things that everyone wants those things. We all desire all of what someone else has, but you got to stop and remember what it takes.
Yeah.
What it takes to build a worldwide sensation podcast. The years of grind.
That's
Bro,
it.
we're going
Just
to make
riding
it.
it.
We're going to make
It'll
it.
get there one day.
I'm going to the Super Bowl, boys.
We're making it.
That's how we'll know when we've made it, and everyone will be jealous. But then they got to come back and listen to this episode.
Yeah.
We'll relink this episode when we're at the Super
Play Marvin
Bowl.
Sapp never would have made it as the outro.
That's right.
Boom.
We'll link that over the top.
Lock the doors.
Lock the doors.
Bro, bring that back, man.